Hi guys, it's Jeff at Slavens Racing. Just want to give you a heads up on my latest mule project here. I'm building a Beta 200 mule. It's a 2020 model. I bought this off a friend used. It's just low miles. And it's already had enduro spec suspension on the forks. I believe this shock is stock. But I'm mainly focusing on performance, engine performance mods. So see right on there, I've got a new carburetor on it. I'll go around to the other side and show you that a little bit better. But you know, I've added some radiator guards. These enduro engineering guards are really nice. They're really going to give it good protection. But my performance mods, I plan on doing the carburetor first. Then I'm going to do the head. I'm going to raise the compression on it, give it some more bottom end. It'll be stage 2, and then stage 3 will be a different pipe. And those 3 things should really wake this thing up. I'm not doing anything to the suspension. I'm not going to keep this bike for very long. It's going to be for sale in just a few weeks. So if you're interested in this bike, let me know. I'll put you on the list. I'm changing it all to red. It'll have, I've got the back red piece on here as you can see, but it'll have red shrouds and red front fender and some new sharp graphics on it. And so I've removed the oil injection system on it, gone to premix. That was kind of a bear getting that oil tank out of there, but that's done. Everything's really clean and tidy now. I took the subframe completely apart and scrubbed the hell out of it. But here's the most exciting part for at the moment, and that is the Slavens Mule Billetron. It's their new all billet carburetor. I've got a separate video on that, which you might want to take a look at. But I've got high expectations for that. I'm going to be testing it out this afternoon. Hi guys, Jeff at Slavens Racing. I'm up here on a trail near my house, doing a little stage 1 testing here on the new Slavens Mule Billetron carburetor. And so far so good. I mean, the carburetor's definitely helped the bottom end performance. Bottom end, the lower part of the mid-range. Probably helped the rest of it, but that's a little bit harder to evaluate on a trail. I haven't got that much time on it yet, but I definitely like this carb. I pulled the choke, the new left-hand choke, and bam, just hit the button and it instantly started. It started also extremely quickly every time now that the engine's warmed up. And it ran nice and clean and smooth down the road, getting up here. And then on the trail, it's working great. So stage 1 is a home run so far. I'm going to hammer some more miles out today just to confirm everything. But nice little bike. It's not enough engine for me at this elevation. You know, I'm a big guy. I prefer the 300s, but these little 200 Buzz Bombs are nice little bikes. I mean, good bottom end, really low first gear. I think I'm going to probably gear it up just a little bit. First gear is almost useless, it's so low. And I think the bike would accelerate a lot better with maybe a little bit taller gearing. So stay tuned guys for stage 2. Going to work on the head. Should be stage 2, could change, but anyhow, stay tuned. Just wanted to show you stage 2 on this new Beta 200 Mule project. And just an FYI, you know, you don't have to do them in the stages that I'm doing. I did the Billetron carburetor first. That was stage 1. That was a successful update. And I've already got a video out on that. Now this stage 2 is changing the port timing and raising the compression. So what I've done here is I've done what's called deck the cylinder. I've machined the bottom of the cylinder. So at the very bottom of the cylinder here, turn it upside down, I machine that. To lower the cylinder, that retards the port timing, which gives them more torque, also raises the compression, which gives them more torque. So it's like a double whammy that you get there, double benefit. And raised it 25 pounds, a little over 25. And I've got it all bolted back together, and it's ready to go out and test. So I'm just going to put on the tank and the seat and add a little coolant here in a minute and take it on the trail. And so stay tuned for that part. Okay guys, I just got back from a quick test ride. I've got some really good trails very close to my house, just 5 minutes away. So I just rode up there and did a quick little lap. And I don't need to ride the bike all day to tell you that this was a big improvement. The stage 2 decking the cylinder definitely added a lot to the bottom end and the lower mid-range. Made the bike a lot more rideable on trails, and especially on slick trails. Right now it's dry and slick, so you're always looking for traction. And if you get up in that mid-range, upper mid-range and top end stuff, well then you're just going to spin the tire all the time and not go anywhere. So this mod is a big home run. The stage 2 mod is definitely worthwhile. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to offer this for the public or not. I think we'll definitely start out. I think that we're going to start out with offering this for high elevation customers. And if any of you out there live at low elevation and are mechanical, I would probably work with you on this setup to help me develop at a low elevation. I don't have any test riders on this particular bike at low elevation, guys that know how to work on them and test them. So if you're that guy, give me a call. I'll be glad to discuss it with you, and maybe we can work this out to where we can develop the specs for low elevation as well. So stage 3 is coming up. I'm just going to change that stock pipe and put a FMF Gnarly on there. I expect another gain in the bottom end from that. So stay tuned for stage 3. Hi guys, I just got back from testing this pipe. I put on an FMF Gnarly. You guys are familiar with those. FMF makes great products. And it's a beefier pipe, it's a thicker wall construction. And then the emphasis of this is bottom end and mid-range. Now on the KTM 250 and 300s, the Gnarly pipe really cuts off the top end. They don't want to rev with that pipe. But on this bike, it didn't seem to hurt them that much. Between the cylinder decking and the pipe, it's just a little bit on the top, but it's gained so much more everywhere else. The bike is so much easier to ride now. So when I first bought this bike and rode it, I was pretty underwhelmed. At this elevation, of course, I'm a big guy too. I'm 215 pounds, and when I get my gear on, it's probably about 240. The thing just didn't have anywhere near enough horsepower to make me happy, and especially the bottom end. It was really weak in the bottom, and then came into a rip snorting mid-range, which just made the tire light up. So it was just difficult to ride. Now with the Billetron Carburetor, the decking that I did on the cylinder and this pipe, it's totally transformed it. It's a totally different bike to ride now. It feels like a nice run in stock 250, and I think it would give a stock 250 a good run for the money. So now it's got a nice bottom end. It pulls smoother into the mid-range, so you don't get that hard hit and that lighten up the tire and back end going sideways on you. It's just a lot easier to ride now. So the combination of all 3 stages of performance mods are a huge improvement on this bike. And they're not that expensive. So next thing I'm going to do to it is fix a couple of little things I don't like on the bike. I'll make the steering radius better, and then I'm going to put putting the rest of the red plastic on it, the red shrouds and front fender and stuff, and some hot new graphics and a few other little goodies. So I'll get that done, guys, and then I'll do a final wrap-up video on that. That's going to be a separate video. It's do an overall review of the whole project, and then this bike's going to be for sale. It's a low mileage bike. I had the top end off, do the decking. The piston's in excellent shape. It's be a nice little bike for somebody. And the way it runs now, I could actually be happy trail riding it. I just have to put a little taller seat on, a little taller bars, probably 15 millimeters on the seat, and the same on the bars. and then it would fit me a lot better because, I'm 6'3". But overall, I'm very happy with this project. And to backtrack here just a little bit, guys call me all the time or email me and say, I did 10 things to my bike. I bolted on all this stuff. I bought the bike brand new, bolted on all this stuff, and runs like shit, and I don't know what to do. Well, that's not how I do it. So when you do that, you've just made a hot mess at that point. So then you have to backtrack. You got to start putting the stock parts back on to figure out what was the problem. As you can see how I've done this one, stage 1, 2, and 3. First, I analyzed the bike in stock form. I rode it quite a bit in stock condition in different terrains because I wanted to establish a really good baseline, make sure that the bike ran properly, that it was jetted properly, and that there were no quirks or problems with it. And then continue on from there and do those one thing at a time. Don't throw 10 different performance parts on your bike and expect to have a good end result. Unless you're a very experienced mechanic. I've got 50 years in the business and I still have a lot to learn. Maybe I'll learn that when I come back for a second go around. But, guys, take your time when you're working on your bike, and always remember to get out there and do some throttle therapy. Have a great time. Take care of our trails. And please like us on all the different social medias. Like us on, subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, and whatever it is you do it on Instagram. And that's all for now. Happy trails.